Celtic and Rangers are the two most successful football clubs in Scotland by far. It's not even close. If you look at it historically, Rangers have won 55 titles, Celtic 53, and then there's a three-way tied for third, with Aberdeen, Hearts, and Hibernian all having 4 trophies each. Like I said, it's not even close. And so there's always been talks about Celtic and Rangers leaving the Scottish Premiership and joining the English football system. Well, today for 10 seasons, we're gonna make that happen. Celtic and Rangers are leaving Scotland, and they're going to play in the English football system. But we're not just going to hand Celtic and Rangers Premier League status. That wouldn't be fair. So Celtic and Rangers are going to start in the league below, the Championship. Would Celtic and Rangers be able to dominate the Championship? Would they be able to establish themselves as quality Premier League sides? Would either club be able to qualify for Europe if they played in the Premier League? Can they win some silverware in the Premier League? All of these questions will be answered today. So let's go to the end of season 1 in the Championship with Celtic and Rangers playing there and see if either club was at least able to establish themselves as a Premier League club. So the first season in the Championship is over, and Rangers absolutely dominated in the Championship. To be fair, there's a few teams that actually dominated in the Championship. Rangers ultimately got promoted. Leicester City also got promoted, while Celtic finished in a playoff spot. They finished in third, so they didn't automatically get promoted just yet. While the Premier League was won by Chelsea over Manchester City. That is absolutely ridiculous. Liverpool in third, and Arsenal rounded off the top 4. And the FA Cup was won by Manchester United over Spurs 2-0. And in the Champions League, it was Real Madrid that took care of the German side Borussia Dortmund 2-1. Now, I understand right now this is irrelevant for Celtic and Rangers, but once they get promoted to the Premier League, we're going to have to see if Celtic and Rangers can get into these competitions and maybe even win some. And we'll also keep an eye on the Carabao Cup as well, because you never know. Maybe Celtic can win the Carabao Cup, or maybe Rangers can do some damage in it. This year, it was Manchester City over Palace, though, in the first season. Okay, so it's the start of season 2, and before we begin season 2, we needed to find out if Celtic actually got promoted into the Premier League alongside Rangers. Remember, they finished in third, and they did. Yeah, they got promoted alongside Rangers. As you can see in the Premier League table, Celtic is there, and Rangers are there as well. So let's go to the end of the season and see if Celtic and Rangers can survive in the Premier League and maybe win some silverware. The second year of Celtic and Rangers playing in the English football system is over, and their first year playing in the Premier League is over, and it was Manchester City that won the Premier League in year number 2, with Arsenal in second, Liverpool in third, and Chelsea rounding off the top 4. Now, where are Celtic and Rangers? How did they do? Well, they didn't qualify for Europe, that is for sure, and well, Rangers and Celtic are both going back down to the Championship. Rangers finished in 18th, and Celtic finished dead last. Right back down to the Championship they go, lads. This is unprecedented territory for both clubs, because they're used to winning so much, and now they're finishing dead last. The FA Cup in season 2 was won by Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham won a trophy over Brentford 4-0. And the Carabao Cup was won by Liverpool 4-1 over Newcastle. While in the Champions League in season 2, we had an English finalist. It was Liverpool, but unfortunately they fell short to the German giant Bayern Munich. So far through 2 seasons, neither Celtic or Rangers have won a single trophy, and they're used to winning trophies. They're not winning them in England right now. Let's go to season number 3 to see if Celtic or Rangers can get promoted back up to the Premier League and maybe establish themselves as a regular top division club. The third season of Celtic and Rangers playing in the English football system is over, lads, and oh my, I mean, Rangers and Celtic, they absolutely dominated the Championship. Rangers first on 100 points, Celtic right behind them in second on 98 points. They're both going back up to the Premier League. I think both clubs are just a little too good for the Championship. While in the Premier League, it was Man City once again over Arsenal, who came in second, Chelsea in third, and a surprising Aston Villa in fourth. But the FA Cup was won by Aston Villa over a surprising finalist in Bournemouth. Yeah, 3-2, Aston Villa won the FA Cup. And the Carabao Cup was won by Manchester City. They did the double if you count the Carabao Cup as a major trophy. Manchester City Carabao Cup winners. And the Champions League was won by Liverpool. 0-0 going into penalties, 3-1 on penalties over Borussia Dortmund. Let's go to season 4 and see if Celtic and Rangers can stay up in the Premier League, maybe qualify for a European spot, or maybe win some silverware like a Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Season 4 has come to an end, and Manchester City are Premier League champions once again for the 3rd season in a row. Liverpool in second, Arsenal in third, Spurs round off the top 4. Now, what about Rangers and Celtic? Were they able to at least stay up? Can they stay up? Yes! Celtic finished in 14th on 41 points, and Rangers finished right behind them, 15th on 38 points. They're both staying staying up in the Premier League. They're making progress. And Manchester City did the double, lads. They won the FA Cup as well over Arsenal 2-2 going into penalties, and they won 9-8 on penalties. Okay, so City could have won everything in England, but Man United stopped them. It was an all-Manchester final in the Carabao Cup, and Manchester United came out on top 3-2. And we had an Italian Champions League winner in Season 4, lads. It was AC Milan, 1-1 against Arsenal, 8-7 on penalties. But it's good to see Celtic and Rangers making some progress. Now, neither club has won any silverware yet, but at least they're staying up in the Premier League. So let's go to Season 5 and see if they can develop even more. Maybe qualify for Europe, maybe make it to a cup final, maybe actually win some silverware. We are halfway through. Season 5 is over in the Premier League. Manchester United are crowned champions. Maybe it took Eric Ten Hag 5 years to get Man United there, but he got them there. Liverpool in second, Man City dropped to third, and Arsenal are in fourth. Now, what about Celtic and Rangers? Did they make any progress? Let's find out. Okay, Celtic finished 14th, lads. They didn't make progress, but they also didn't decline, which is nice to see. Rangers, though, I feel a little worried. I don't see them, and I see them. There they are. They're dead last. Rangers finished dead last and got relegated to the championship. The FA Cup in Season 5 was won by Liverpool over Arsenal 1-0, while the Carabao Cup was won by Tottenham. Tottenham won another trophy 3-2 over Burnley, and the Champions League was won by Arsenal. Oh my gosh, Arsenal won a Champions League. So we're off to Season 6 now, lads. I mean, Celtic stayed up in the Premier League, so there's still hope for them. Rangers got relegated. They gotta get back up to the Premier League. Okay, so Season 6 has come to an end, and first we're gonna check on the championship to see if Rangers got promoted. And as you can see, they actually didn't. They struggled in the championship. They finished mid-table in the championship in 11th place on 65 points. Now, what about in the Premier League in Season 6? Well, it was Chelsea that were crowned champions. Maybe all their young signings and all the money that Todd Bowley spent finally paid off. Arsenal in second, City in third, Man United rounded off the top 4. What about Celtic, though? Where is Celtic? No good, guys. Celtic is going right back down to the championship to join Rangers. Yeah, the FA Cup in Season 6 was won by Manchester United over Wolves, so still no final appearances for either Celtic or Rangers, while the Carabao Cup was won by Manchester City over Newcastle. And Man City did the double if you count the Carabao Cup as a major trophy. Some people do, some people don't. Man City won the Champions League over PSG 2-1. So let's go to Season 7, lads, where Celtic and Rangers are basically starting from scratch in the championship again. Season 7 is over, lads. Celtic is getting promoted back up to the Premier League. They absolutely dominated the championship once again. But Rangers, on the other hand, although they improved on their season last year where they finished 11th, they finished in 7th and missed out on the playoff spot in order to try and get promoted back up to the Premier League. While the Premier League in Season 7 was won by none other than Manchester City, they're back at it again, lads. Man City first, Arsenal second, Liverpool in third, Man United rounded off the top 4. The FA Cup was won by Arsenal over Wolves 1-0, while the Carabao Cup was won by Manchester City, lads. Yeah, they've been so dominant in this experiment. But the Champions League in Season 7 had 2 surprising finalists and a surprising winner. RB Leipzig over Roma. RB Leipzig won the Champions League. So through 7 seasons, still not a single final appearance for either Celtic or Rangers, and not a single trophy. I would say that Celtic is performing a little bit better than Rangers, though. They're going back up to the Premier League. Let's go to Season 8. All right, so Season 8 has come to an end, and let's check on the championship first. And Rangers, where did Rangers finish? Well, they finished in 5th. They finished in a playoff spot. So we're gonna have to see if Rangers got promoted back up to the Premier League. And in the Premier League the same season, Season 8, it was Arsenal that won the Prem. Brighton, a surprising second. Crystal Palace in third. And Manchester City in fourth. But what about Celtic? Did they stay up? Where is Celtic? Did they stay up? No, they didn't. They didn't stay up. No. They tried to stay up, but they ultimately had a worse goal difference than West Ham by 1. By 1 goal, Celtic is going right back down to the championship. The FA Cup in Season 8 was won by Manchester United over Man City. It was an all-Manchester final, and Man United came out on top in the FA Cup. While the Carabao Cup had a nice surprising winner. It was Brentford over Manchester United. Brentford won a trophy. And in the Champions League, it went back to Italy as AC Milan beat PSG 2-1. So it's the start of Season 9, and before Season 9 begins, we have to check if Rangers got promoted to the Premier League. Are they in the Premier League table? Where's Rangers? Yes, they are. Rangers got promoted back up to the Premier League, while Celtic will be playing in the Championship. Let's go to the end of Season 9. Season 9, lads, has come to an end. First, we're checking on Celtic in the Championship. 6th place in a playoff spot. We're gonna have to see if they got promoted back up to the Prem. While in the Prem in Season 9, it was Arsenal that won the Premier League, Manchester City in 2nd, Forest is in 3rd, and Manchester United rounded off the top 4. That is back-to-back Premier League titles for Arsenal. Now, what about Rangers? Did Rangers ended up staying up in the Premier League? No, they can't. You know, they make it back up, and they get relegated right back down. They finish dead last in the Premier League again. While in the FA Cup in Season 9, we had an incredible final. It was Brentford over Bournemouth. Brentford won the FA Cup. And in the Carabao Cup, it was Chelsea that were crowned the winners over Aston Villa 2-1. And the Champions League in Season 9 was won by Inter Milan. Season 8 was AC Milan. Season 9 was Inter Milan. But this time it was over Club Brugge, a surprising finalist. Let's go to the end of the final season, Season 10. But before we go to the end of Season 10, lads, we have to see if Celtic got promoted. Remember, they finished in the playoff spot, and yeah, I don't see them on the list. They did not get promoted. They failed to get promotion. Both Rangers and Celtic stay down in the Championship for Season 10. The end of Season 10, lads, let's check on the Championship. Rangers finished in 3rd in a playoff spot. Celtic finished in 6th in a playoff spot. So actually, they would be playing each other in a playoff, so only one of them could get promoted. While the Premier League in Season 10 was won by Aston Villa. Yeah, Aston Villa won the Prem 10 years in. That is amazing. And Season 10 brought even more surprises because it was Bournemouth that won the FA Cup over Manchester City. Up the chest, let's go. And the Carabao Cup in Season 10 was won by none other than Arsenal over Aston Villa. While in the Champions League in Season 10, we had an Italian winner for the 3rd straight season. AC Milan in Season 8, Inter Milan in Season 9, and Juventus in Season 10 over PSG 2-1. Let me know down in the comments if your club won anything during this 10-season experiment with Rangers and Celtic playing in the English football system. It looks like if Celtic and Rangers actually ever joined the English football system, it would be a little bit tougher for them to win trophies. I know that Celtic fans and Ranger fans are, you know, used to winning trophies, but I think it would be a little bit different if they played in England. In the 10 seasons in this experiment, Celtic and Rangers had 0 cup finals, 0 trophies, and were basically yo-yo clubs. They get promoted to the Premier League, then get relegated back down to the Championship. Promoted and then relegated again, and the cycle really continued. They never really improved. So thank you very much for watching, lads. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for me. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button with a little noti bell. And obviously, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And I'll see you guys in another video. And also let me know if you have any other suggestions or other experiments that you want to see on the channel. Put them down in the comments below. All right, talk to you guys soon. Peace, 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 peace.